All right, so let's cover UML. So UML stems from the need of being able to have a common language amongst designers, right? Making sure that even though we might come from different backgrounds, we might come from different language, different infrastructures, even we might have completely different roles, right? We still need to have a common language for us to communicate and to represent and document so certainly we can start drawing boxes and arrows and whatnot. So what UML is a distillation of all these great diagrams that we've been using for quite a while, and just creating a standard language that we can all agree on. Okay, so that if you come from C Sharp and somebody comes from C++ or Java, wherever you are that has some object-oriented background, we can all talk together, right? We might differ on how we actually implement certain aspects of the discussion, but nevertheless, the language supports most of the same ideas of object-oriented programming. Okay, and even if you're in the data layer, and how you're going to represent this in a flat relational database, certainly that we can all have the same discussion and participate and collaborate amongst each other. So UML is a set of diagrams. It's a language. It's a visual language that seeks to create a common way to engage and collaborate. There's many types of diagrams for documenting and capturing different aspects of the application. By far, the more useful and the most widely used is the class diagram, right? Class diagrams, as the name suggests, tries to capture what is the certainly what is the data that we want to capture, what is the structure of that data, and also what is the relationship between the multiple pieces of data that you're capturing, right? Always in mind that we are using this overarching umbrella idea of the object-oriented programming, right? Now, object-oriented programming started a while back when we were trying to, everyone was very excited about artificial intelligence, and we thought we were going to have an oracle that we could ask anything and be able to answer anything way back when. And in that endeavor of as part of all that research, we were trying to understand how can we describe the world? How can we consistently systematically be able to describe how the world is arranged, right? And we realized that the world was full of objects, right? And some objects had certain common things with amongst them, right? That you could classify objects, right, as part of a particular family, and then you could classify it in a hierarchical fashion, very much like you could classify the different species, right? That as they have evolved, and that they form families of classifications of multiple different types of animals. And we saw that the world could also be classified in this fashion, right? We could talk about the concept of a chair, of a very abstract chair, but then we can talk about a very particular type of chair, right? Or the concept or the idea of a table or building and whatnot. Now, we're not talking about any particular building, any particular chair, any particular table, but then we can create hierarchies of these very abstract notions, right? A different level of abstraction, yes? And so that seemed to be a pretty good idea at first, right? Being able to discuss and argument and describe the world at different levels of abstraction, but then also be able to talk about individual instances of particular aspects of an actual system. We also saw this turned out to be a very good way of reusing things, right? That if I ever explain certain ideas, any sub-idea, I wouldn't have to explain myself, right? If I already mentioned something at a higher level, I don't have to explain myself because we already know what context we're in. So that was also the idea that I could somehow inherit certain ideas from a prior discussion, right? And this happens in human language, right? We talk, and as we talk, we change topics, right? And as we change topics, we leave a particular scope, we go into a different scope, and the same pronouns, the same words might mean different things in a different scope. And then all of a sudden, we go back to a previous scope, right? And you know, us humans can do these things and change different scope and have different meanings in different scopes. So object-oriented technology kind of introduced this notion of being able to, discuss and describe the world at different layers of scoping. So what UML introduces is the language, the visual language that we can capture and document these ideas at a higher level, different levels of abstraction. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave it here. We'll come back on Thursday and we'll finish this up. All right. Thank you.